happened to The Sims? That was some good stuff.
The Sims
is it still going?
Comes out with games every
Really?
year. Yeah,
Who is
absolutely.
still playing The Sims?
Your mama probably.
Probably. So, Netflix entering the gaming industry. This has been confirmed. I think this was a rumor last week. It was.
I don't even know. I thought it was a done deal last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so just like kind of read like a quick excerpt here just from this article. Netflix has confirmed it's jumping into the gaming space. The company announced via its Q2 2021 earnings report that it is further expanding beyond its initial foray into games with Black Mirror Bandersnatch and its Stranger Things mobile titles to learn more about how our members value games. I think this is phenomenal. We've been talking for a while about like what's next for a lot of these big streaming services, right? We've seen the rise and fall of some. You know, we saw what happened to Quibi. We've seen certain streaming services acquire others. We've seen like Disney Plus launch, right, which then brought like Hulu and ESPN under its umbrella. And I think Netflix was the one that everyone was waiting to see, like, all right, what are they going to do? Like, how are they going to stay at the top of the hill, right? And this might be it. So a lot of people don't realize how big the video gaming industry is. The video game industry makes more profit than the movie and music industry combined, because there's in the video game industry, there's not as much overhead, right? Like, let's say you produce 300
billion. Is
with a
what
B.
What we're hearing. And for those who don't understand numbers, that's a fuck ton of
That's
money.
a lot.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. That's how many Patrick Mahomes contracts is that?
About
Fucking 20? Yeah.
no, that's about 60. Am I doing my math right? Because he
fuck
got
it.
paid what, 500 million?
Yeah.
Okay, so and we got 300 billion. I'm embarrassing myself with how much math I don't.
That's why I asked you. So I can look smart. So that's a lot of money, right? And like with the video game industry, and here's the thing where Netflix is going to profit the most from, like the overhead, right? So let's say you have a game like Call of Duty, and let's say in a year Call of Duty or Fortnite profits $100 billion in that year, right? You know, how many like designers and developers and like researchers and whatever are working on these films? Collectively, it's a lot less than what you have to pay like one big time actor to star in the film, right? Like, let's say you do a film for Netflix with Will Smith and he gets paid $50 million right there. To develop a video game, you can hire a team of designers and developers for $50 million that you're going to pay one actor, right?
Yeah.
And production costs on films is way less. So that's why the video game industry is so profitable. Not as much overhead. You just have very talented creatives, designers, developers, and like ideators thinking about how to create a lot of these great products.
Yeah,
So,
Addy just called us stupid. So he says it's 600 Mahomes. I knew it was around. There was a 6 involved in there somehow.
what, 600 Mahomes
It's
contracts?
600. Yeah, because he got paid 500 million. 500 million is half of $1 billion. So you just double whatever the number is we're trying to get to.
Yeah,
Easy
whatever.
math, yeah. I should have just took that for myself and ran with him. Like, yeah, I did the quick math. It's fine.
Makes sense. Thanks for the quick math.
He did calculations on his phone. He didn't do it himself.
But either way, so one.
Actually, I don't want to sound super stupid, but I divided 6 billion by 5 million, which I guess that's not the contract. It's 500 million.
500 million.
Yeah, so that'd be 12 times Mahomes' contracts.
Look, whatever. Why are we making ourselves sound stupid? We should have just left it where it was.
This is you guys. I asked a question, and it's up to you guys to
But
solve
you're
it.
unable to correct it, which
No, listen,
you're
I'm the teacher.
enjoying
I've
in the
got
stupidity.
I've got the teacher's edition book. Right?
Teacher's edition. What?
None of our teachers knew what the fuck they were teaching us. They had the teacher's edition book with the answers in it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That would imply you have the answer. You did not have the answer.
I'm trying to teach you something. Okay? I've already graduated. Okay.
All right,
but anyway,
continue.
So one, they're entering a very different space than any other streaming service is entering, right? The video game industry. Also a very profitable industry. Also an industry in which they're going to be able to leverage a lot of their existing content in order to then create games around those things, right? Stranger Things, I think they mentioned here Black Mirror. What are some of the other like Netflix original feature or shows that you think could become like video games, right? Narcos, sell drugs.
That would be
pretty cool if they create like
for you.
Like a GTA type of game, but Narcos fashion, right?
Sure.
That'd be pretty dope.
Maybe.
Ozarks, we got to launder money. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that could be terribly.
What are some of your favorite Netflix series that you think could become a video game?
What is my favorite Netflix series? Probably House of Cards. I don't think that would be great as a video game. That seems like
be a great video game.
Problematic.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Okay, obviously.
Isn't that Marvel?
It's Marvel, but it was on Netflix though.
Yeah, but Disney's not gonna let that fly.
No, of course not.
Yeah. No fucking way.
They could just do a Daredevil like knockoff, where it's just like Bear Devil.
Yo, the lawsuits were fucking insane.
Instead of being blind, he's deaf or something, and he's just like, guys, what are you doing? Why?
And he's not in Hell's Kitchen. He's in like Lower East.
He's in Heaven's
Manhattan.
Bathroom or some shit.
No, he's in Hoboken, not Hell's Kitchen. Hoboken. That's it. But I think this is a brilliant move for Netflix. Again, everybody was wondering what they're going to do, where they're going to go. It could have been in a partnership, but they were like, you know what? We're just going to enter a new industry.
Since we're running low on time, I'll just make it brief. I think it's to remain. What is it? To be determined if this is a good move by Netflix. I feel like this is like one of those weird moves where the only way it can really be judged is if it's either successful or if it either fails. But we don't have like a real strong like precedent to like gauge that from. What it feels like, weirdly enough, I remember when they came out with the Engage when we were a lot younger. It was like the phone that was like, but it was like a gaming thing. Do you remember that?
It was called the Engage?
Engage, yeah.
It kind of looked like a T-Mobile Sidekick.
Yeah, but it wasn't a sidekick. It was like a gaming thing, whatever. And it fucking... I even got one because I was like, oh, this shit is dope. Got it. And it was utter trash, right? That's what this kind of feels like, where it's just like you got a cell phone company trying to really sort of like get into the gaming, but it's not like, oh, you can just buy the phone on your the game on your phone. It was like, this is an actual gaming system, basically, from a cell phone company. Didn't work too well. And that's what this kind of feels like to me. I know it's not apples to apples in that situation, but that's what this kind of feels like, which is like, I don't know if Netflix knows really what's like. I know they hired a dude who used to be in the gaming industry.
Let's bring in some old PlayStation execs, people from Xbox.
The dude from EA and Oculus. Yeah, that's the Engage you see on the screen right now.
Fuck that.
Do you remember? You don't remember that?
No. The friends that I had did not have one of those. I'm sure they did. Robbing anybody from any of those.
Yeah, that shit was just not great at all.
When Netflix taps into this gaming shit, so here's I think where they're gonna do. Hopefully, if they get this right, then the gaming industry or their like video game segment is gonna take off. In my opinion,
it absolutely could. Yeah.
One, they had the content and the games down, right? So we know that. Mm-hmm. The hardware. I would imagine in order for you to like game effectively, you got to have the controller. Like with Xbox and PlayStation, the controller is like a huge component of it.
No. You're getting it wrong. If they went that in terms of creating their own system, it's destined to fail. Xbox and fucking PlayStation and Nintendo. What are you talking about?
Just the controller.
Why do they need a controller?
I mean, what are you going to game with like your Samsung TV
you can just
remote?
like rent the game, just like how they have now. You can rent the games on whatever platform that you have. So if you have a PS4, there'll be a fucking Netflix gaming app that you can go get that you can now rent the games on the cheap for $2.99 for the 48 hours, whatever the fuck it is, right? Under no circumstances should they fucking get into the hardware game.
So you think Netflix is going to do
Netflix, but for gaming?
I think they are going to create it so that you can game directly from like Netflix's platform, like with independent of like a PlayStation or Xbox. Like you can just like there's like.
Why would they do that? That market is already doing $300 fucking million. What part of it do you think you're going to like innovate or change or do different? Or as Netflix, when you know that's not like your fucking wheelhouse,
it keeps like people
that's
on
stupid.
your platform, right? Like if I'm Netflix,
What
like,
are you talking
we've got these
about?
10 games you can play on the Netflix app, and you can like buy like the Netflix like remote.
Why would I do that if
Fellas,
I don't?
It's pretty dope. It's called creating new product streams.
Sounds stupid.
No, you're missing it. They're entering into it via the phone games. So it's going to be downloadable from the App Store.
Well, no, but how is that different from what I'm saying in terms of like it's going to be something that you can download? Like whether it's and you might be right, phones compared to like PS4 or Xbox, right? But that's consistent with what I'm saying, which is it's going to be a downloadable thing that you can download, and then you'll be able to either rent or buy or whatever the hell it is, games from that platform or from that app versus having some sort of hardware thing that you got to go buy. It's like, dude, like we've already tried. Other things have tried to like replace PS4, and what they really want to do is capture like the like the Minecraft or the what are some games that people play on phones? Like what is it? What is it? Fucking Angry Birds. I know that's like passe, but those type of things.
Yeah.
They want to. That's what they're trying
2K,
to. Like,
I think 2K is a big game, like mobile game that people play. Yeah,
is it though? 2K really? Like basketball?
Yeah. It's one of like Apple's in the Apple Arcade, one of their like biggest games.
Weird.
2K. Yeah.
People play that shit on their like what are they fucking squinting to shoot the basket.
Nigga, shoot the J.
That's confusing.
Bro. All I'm doing is pulling up from the 3-pointer. Like,
there's nothing else you can do.
I'm playing on my phone, I can't drive to the lane efficiently.
Yeah. Fucking going out of bounds and shit. Like what the
half
fuck?
court, I'm pulling up.
But anyways, who knows if they're going to be successful or not? I think that this will either go down as like one of those moves. Is like, oh, this is a fucking genius level move, or what the fuck were they thinking? The trouble is, I feel like it's not something that you can. I don't think you can predict what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
I think that just like the movie industry, where they changed the game in terms of just how shit operated. But the problem is with this, they're like super late, like not just late, but like super late, right? So it's unpredictable how this thing. If I had my guess, I would say nah, they're already too late to the game. But I'm not going to underestimate Netflix because it seems like all that they touch, at least most of what they touch, turns into gold. Aside from, when they tried to split up when they tried to make you pay separately for the DVD shit. Do I have that correct, Addy? When they tried to like, what did they try to do? They tried to like split it up.
Essentially, they tried to create two different businesses out of one company, one mail-in service, completely separate. You pay monthly.
Yeah.
And they lost millions.
Yeah. Nobody was on that shit.
Yeah.
So it could be the same thing with this. Who knows? But in any case, we'll fucking wait and see. I know that fucking HBO Max is praying for their downfall.
Yeah,
like,
it's going to go one of two ways. Either this is a huge success, they tap into a $300 billion a year industry, or it's going to be a huge failure. And
quietly go away.
Have you seen that movie, Joe? Did you like that?
We got season 9 of Stranger Things coming up. They're all like fucking retirement age right now, but it's fine. You'll still watch it. Anyways.